What's happening, boys and girls? How the devil are we? Shanksy here, and today we've been incredibly lucky to get an early sneak peek and a bit of a chance to play Biomutant, the brand new game, open world RPG. But is it all it cracks up to be? Stick around and find out. So then, boys and girls, as already said, we've had this chance to play Biomutant early. Now, Biomutant was originally spoken about back in 2017 when they were talking about this fast-paced, open-world RPG that looks absolutely stunning. Coming from an incredibly small dev team, the Swedish company Experiment 101, this was always going to be a huge project to undertake. And not only that, but to pull off to any degree of certainty. So, let's jump into this, because there's some good bits, there's some bad bits, and we're going to try and sum it all up for you. All right? So, first and foremost, let's talk about the graphics. So, Biomutant is made in the Unreal Engine 4, and I've got to be honest, this is a super, super pretty game. Its combat is very fluid, its movement is very, very fluid, but the scenery around the world is absolutely gorgeous. Like, they have done incredibly well with this. You play as a little rabbit, possibly fox, possibly some mutated version of either or, and you've got a fair bit of customization, believe it or not, for such a little rabbit. As you go along this beautiful open world, you're going to find new weapons, be able to craft weapons and upgrade your power as things go. There's also a perk system that you're going to be able to upgrade as you go as well, while collecting different guns and literally tinkering your character to your playstyle. As far as storyline goes, this storyline is, I've got to be honest, in my opinion, probably the biggest downfall of this game. The animal, the rabbit, the fox, whatever they are, talking gibberish. And then the narrator translates that gibberish for you into some very, very childish type of dialogue and almost very childish story as well, to the point the cutscenes seem to go on forever. The dialogue seems to take ever, and in some instances has literally nothing to do with the game, and it doesn't really bring any level of humor to it or anything like that. From what I've seen, it just turns it a little bit stale, a little bit boring, and to the point that you want to play the game for its combat, you want to play the game for its beauty, but you actually really don't care about the storyline. As far as the storyline goes, it's very much like Netflix's Love and Monsters. The animals have evolved. You know, the humans are totally now eradicated, and the animals have evolved, and nature has fought back, as it were. Almost like very Captain Planet. You know, he's a hero, gonna take pollution down to zero, and it's very hard to get on board with. It seems like, while they've made a very good game, the storyline behind the universe and everything like that was either rushed or honestly just targeted at a much younger age than what I would hope an open world RPG would be targeted at. Basically, I was hoping for more maybe Borderlands-esque dialogue, maybe some original Fallout side of things, and even another game that the narrator was involved with was Mutant Year Zero Dawn Road to Eden, otherwise known as the Duck Duck Pig game, and the narrator David Shaw Parker was also in that game, and they done that game incredibly well with the dialogue and everything like that. And to be honest, I just wish we saw a little bit more from Biomutant than what we have. The puzzles, unfortunately, within the game are almost entirely like the story as well. Incredibly simple, like super, super simple, where you've got a number of moves to fix them up, And it's really not that complicated on how to do any of them. Now, the combat is a ton of fun, and it's a mixture of gunplay and melees, really depending on what you want to be using or what suits your playstyle and the way that you build up your character. From flamethrowers to bombs to rocket launchers to sniper rifles, there really is a lot of different things at your disposal, and also a lot of different customizations. Now, some of the most fun things, without a shadow of doubt, are pulling off those beautiful little dodges right at the last time. See if we can pull one off here. As it runs all slow-mo, it looks absolutely awesome. And you do feel like a bit of a movie star, without a shadow of a doubt. Now, even the narrator at this point will still get involved, which is a little bit crazy, considering just how much they are involved. But the combat is definitely a lot of fun. You also have some really crazy little boss fights along the way as well, such as this bad boy on the screen right now. They've all got their own mechanics. They've all got their own different things that you need to use to be able to beat them. And the combat is really solid. The trouble is, this amazing three-headed Cerberus looking, I don't know what it is also called Porky Puff. Like, they type of get away around it by explaining how names have power, and to dumb them down a little bit or make them less angry, they give them silly names, and I type of get that. But it's also very childlike. I think this is literally where I have to sit with the game. As much as the combat is fun, and as much as the game grew on me, the more I played it. And to put that into perspective, the first half hour or so, I was like, I'll be lucky to make it to the hour mark. And I really wanted to make it to at least 2 hours to be able to do a first impressions review on it. Now, I'm probably about 4.5 to 5 hours in, and I'm actually enjoying the game a lot more than what I was when I first started. But I am still dreading every single encounter with a talking NPC. Like, I'm dreading it. So it's almost so debilitating that it takes you away from the really fun gameplay. Now, if you were then just to skip everything, are you not just missing out on the game? I'm very perplexed with this. So I think this is where I sit with the game overall. It's a cool little game. It's a cute little game. It's a novel little game. In my opinion, it doesn't warrant its AAA price tag at all, because it's missing out on a story that you really want to follow along, or at least I really want to follow along with. So it's missing out on that very core component for a single player RPG, in my opinion. As far as the combat goes, it's got its little niche there. And as far as a game for kids, and again, we're probably aiming that it's below 16, it's actually pretty much a real solid little game, and it's probably something my little one would enjoy playing. Probably not so much me. Would I play it? Yeah, I could see me playing this. I could see me finishing it off. But I would have to now start skipping all of the storyline. I don't think I could do it to myself. It slows it down so drastically away from what you actually want to be doing and exploring the world and getting up to all the fun stuff there is to do in Biomutant. And it totally tracks that away from that and slows it down to such a crawling speed that it breaks up the game too much. I used the expression earlier on stream. Have you ever played through one of those games that felt like you were playing through a movie? Where this one, you actually felt like you're playing through an audiobook, because we just weren't doing anything for far too long for my liking. There was too much downtime. The narrator talked more on my stream today than I did, and that don't happen ever. Like, if he got paid by the word, he's a rich man. Anyway, so at the price tag that is at the moment, for my age, I'm going to say no. For the price tag that is at the moment, for a little one, like 12, 13, 14, all day long, I think it's actually a really solid game and they'll have a ton of fun with it. I would definitely buy this game had it been a little bit cheaper. In fact, when I say a little bit cheaper, probably about half price where it sits at the moment. I would definitely be waiting for a sale on this one. There's something to Biomutant. It's got its quirks without a shadow of a doubt. It's rough around the edges. There's no two ways about it. And it is aimed too low in age scale for my liking, but it's got its quirks. And there's something you could definitely vibe with and chill out with. So it's probably going to be one of them wait for a sale or get it on EA for free, whatever you can do. I wouldn't be going out and paying full price for this one, unfortunately, though. Guys, that is it for me today. Please let me know down in the comments below, A, if this review helps you out, B, if you picked up Biomutant, and C, what do you think of it? I'm super looking forward to hearing your feedback. Maybe I was a little bit too harsh on it. I don't think I was, but I'd love to know your thoughts on it. Guys, that is going to be it for me today. If you want to see more of me, don't forget, hit that subscribe button, turn them notifications on. And if you could do me a massive favor, guys, absolutely massive favor, if you've made it to this part of the video, please, please, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below. Whatever that comment is, it just really helps with the YouTube algorithm and discoverability. If you want to see more of me, you can catch me over at my Twitch page, which is www.twitch.tv/Shanksy. I am live 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Links are down below. And until next time, be smart, be strong, be safe, and I'll see you on the flip side. You take it easy.